Welcome back to video 3 of my home buying series. Today we're going to be talking about, well, it could be the same day, you just listen to the previous video. But right now, what we're going to talk about are inspections and appraisals and the home disclosures. So, home inspection is for our benefit. It's strictly for us to determine whether or not the home is in good enough condition for you to purchase it. So what we're going to do is going to reach out to one of our preferred inspection companies and whatnot, talk to them, unless you already have an inspection company that you prefer to use. We'll talk to them, get it set up for us to go into the house and whatnot, and for them to professionally look at all aspects of the house. Like they're going to look at the roof, the flooring, they're going to look if it's on the foundation or not foundation. If it has a crawl space or basement, they're going to go in there. They're going to look under the house, in the house, all the nooks and crannies, all the kitchens. They're going to make sure everything is working to, it's going to be everything. They will make sure everything is working to satisfaction. Everything needs to be working for you. So that's what the appraisal is going to, the inspection is going to do. It's going to cover everything. They're going to look, pretty much go over the house with a fine-tooth comb to make sure it's in good enough condition for you. And they're going to, either that night or the next day, they're going to give you an inspection report, which covers all the things that they found on in the house that they're not perfect. So it's going to come to you. We'll look at it together. We'll walk through it together and determine what we want them to address. You do have the opportunity to negotiate, to have them take care of some of the main issues that are wrong with the house. Like if there's, fix things like that to make you more comfortable, to make you feel better about purchasing that house. So that's what the inspection they use to do. It's going to cover everything, make sure it's good for you. Inspection is for your benefit. The next thing we're going to talk about is appraisals. The appraisal is for your benefit, but it's also for the lender or mortgage person's benefit as well. Because what the appraiser is going to do, it's going to come out there, just like the inspection, it's going to look at the house and things like that to make sure everything is, the main components of the house are functioning as intended to function. And they're also going to assess the value of the house. The value of the house is one of the most important parts too. Because let's just say we got a house that's $150,000. The appraiser comes out there and says the house is only worth $130,000. So you got a problem because the bank will only lend you the amount the house is worth. So if you have a contract for $150,000 and the appraisal comes back at $130,000, we have a problem. So there's a $20,000 gap that we're not going to want you to make up. So that's what the appraisal is for. The appraisal, like I said, is going to make sure things are working in order as well. It doesn't get as deep as the home inspection, but it just makes sure the value of the house is there and all the main components of the house are functioning properly. The next thing we're going to talk about is a survey. Survey pretty much determines the property lines of the house. The property lines of the house. They come out there we probably won't be there for the survey. They'll come out there, mark the property lines to make sure, to show you if you want to put a fence up or anything like that, or you want to make sure the neighbor's fence or the neighbor doesn't have anything on your property line. So that's what the survey is going to be for right there. Also, that's pretty much it right there. I think survey, inspection, appraisal. So if you have any questions about any kind of inspections, appraisals, or surveys, please let me know. I can be reached at 336-458-8804. Thank y'all. I love y'all for choosing me. Blessed.